How you doing? My name is Thunder, and welcome to another episode of the Need for Speed Most Wanted car build. And in this episode, after having a lot of cars that were on the lower end for quite some time, I'm really hoping this can at least break the mold, because today we're testing the Renault Clio Sport V6. Can it be done? Well, I'm hoping we can at least finally break that streak of having some cars that do pretty poor times, but the acceleration's pretty good, handling seems to be pretty strong, top speed's okay. Let's see how we fare out. To see how we fare out, it's time to go to the Petersburg test track as always, where we're going to have 6 laps to go around this track as fast as possible to set, of course, the best lap time that we can manage. The current leader is the Lotus Elise with a 57.66 second lap time. Can the Clio at least get somewhere in the middle would make me even happy right now, to be honest. And honestly, it's such a nice breath of fresh air to see something that handles so much nicer. Finally, it's not the best car. Don't take that for granted. It isn't the best so far, but this is so far proving to be considerably better than the last few cars that we've at least tested up to this point. And honestly, the speed's pretty good too, honestly. It's not, again, not super great, but, you know, it's at least holding its own. My god, I kind of really screwed that one up. Holy shit. Well, good news though is, of course, it's just an opening lap, so. And of course, we don't want those here. Let's get that out of here. And this, just because, why not? Yeah, that was uglier than I was actually expecting, to be quite honest. You know, the Clio do show though a lot of hope, because it looks like for once we'll finally have a car that could get around that close to sub 1 minute area. Simply because the fact that it actually handles so much nicer. We've just had so many cars in a row for a while now that seemed like it just wouldn't even be able to crack that area, but in fact the Clio looks like it's more than capable of getting the job done. I'm quite enjoying the way this car drives. It's pretty interesting. It's got decent acceleration, and the handling's also decent. It's nothing mind-blowing, but it's also something that you can't complain too much about either. Oh god. Well, that was ugly. That was very ugly. Oh well. Just have to keep it up, to say the least. Oh god. Ah. 101.3. Despite those few hiccups, that is definitely a good step in the right direction. That does mean the Clio now is faster than the Subaru Impreza, and probably if I can get lap time with that and these hiccups, it'll likely also beat the Cobalt. But what else can it beat? Maybe. Who knows? Oh god, that was very close. I almost hit too close there, and come on, Thunder, get it together, get your act all in, all that kind of whatever. Oh boy. Anyways, just keep going at it, and hope that was close, but didn't hit it, which is the important thing. That was also pretty well. I think I can say we're probably minus that. Maybe this could potentially beat the 101.3. And yeah, as I was correct, 1 minute point 8. It is now beat 1 minute point 86. It's now beaten the Cobalt. So that's another position that the Clio moves up to, which is always nice. But can we do better? I have a feeling that this could potentially beat the Gallardo as well. It's just a Gallardo. I was so surprised. I honestly thought I'd be doing better with that thing, but nope. Oh god, I hit another wall. Stop hitting walls, me. It's the one thing, admittedly, this thing is a little twitchy too, so you just move it a little bit, it moves a little bit more than you may expect. But, you know. Oh god. We're just gonna have to keep going here. Ooh, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Keep it together now. And what are we going to get here? 101.1, okay. Not as good, but I think I see where the Clio pretty much will usually reside. So we pretty much got an idea on where exactly the Clio will normally get time-wise around this track, at least if you don't use nitrous or use shortcuts like I've been doing. I know I haven't been touching those. Oh god. Everything's okay though, nothing too much to worry about right now. Can we get a little bit more time though? A lot of me believes that this thing could potentially beat that Gallardo. I just gotta nail it though. That was actually pretty well around there. Jesus, did very well around that corner. Oh god, why did I turn that way? That was like what instinct? Yeah, what instinct? Clearly. And again, a 101.1, probably because of that shenanigans. Boy. Well, one more lap to see if we can at least potentially beat the Gallardo. I really would like it to, but, you know, it's only so much I can do. Anyways, just gotta keep it up here. Oh, excuse me. I forgot to eat lunch today, and I'm really regretting that. Looks like the AI screwed up again. Hooray! He's making dumb mistakes. Not my problem, though. Oh, God, I really don't understand why it's happening so many times with these AIs, man. Okay, now let's make sure we don't have that moment again, and it looks like we're not going to, which is good. But what are we going to finish with here? Because that was admittedly a pretty strong last lap. Is it our best lap of them all, though? Yes, it is! Just, though, by like 0.05 of a second. A 1:0.81 with the Clio. So it gets very, very close to the Gallardo. But, you know, it's just a tad shy. So, oh well, but, you know, we gave it a really good run. So that means the Clio then would go into 9th place with a 1:0.81 time. It just beats the Cobalt and the Impreza, but it's just behind on the Gallardo, Mustang, and RX-7. But at least it's nice to see we got a car that did quite a bit better than the last few we've had. And hopefully that'll continue in the next part. So stay tuned for that. And if you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And as always, thank you for watching and take care.